guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm actually doing a project, and I might put this video or this part of the video with other stuff from a different day, just so that it's not just this. But this summer, I'm out of breath because I was just chasing the baby around and I shouldn't have started filming already. But this summer, while my husband has been gone, we have a closet here. I'm standing in our entry. That's one of our front doors. We had a closet that just had extra jackets and our vacuum in it. There were like a coat hanger thing. I don't even know how to describe it, but it basically, there were 5 hooks in there and the space was like really underutilized. And so my husband's work uniforms and equipment and everything we used to store in a closet that is by the kitchen, and I thought it would make more sense for him to have a whole closet, and then that closet cabinet thing can be used for like kitchen overflow because our kitchen isn't very big. So with the help of my dad, he helped me cut some wood. I put in some shelves. I can't show you that because where he works is all over his uniforms, and we want to keep our privacy a little bit as to where we live. So, but I added, I think there's 4 shelves in there, a bar to hang his clothes on. I put those strip lights in there to light it up because there's not a light in the closet. So just somewhere to store all of his stuff, because it also wasn't all in that other closet. It was kind of spread out throughout the house. So anyway, today I wanted to do something fun, and on the inside of the door to the closet, I'm going to create a whiteboard. But they actually make whiteboard paint, if you didn't know that. I had no idea until I found this. So on the inside, I'm going to do like a whiteboard. So I did start already, so let me show you what it looks like. And the lighting in here isn't very great. I'll try to turn the light on here. That's the wrong one. And I will show you what it looks like right now. Okay, so this is the door. Our ceilings are, I think, 10 feet or just below 10 feet. So all the doors are really tall too. So this section that I have taped off is probably a good 3-foot section, I would say. It doesn't go all the way to the top because you can't really reach up there to write very well. And then obviously, like, you don't want to be on the floor when you're writing. So I just did this middle part and I taped it off. I don't have any painter's tape, so I really hope that this masking tape works okay. I guess it's not the end of the world if it's not perfect. It's the inside of the door. And I know at the top right here, it's not exactly level, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. I did an outline on the edges of the door too, just to make it look like it's kind of framed in. Yeah, so then the only other thing that I've done so far, so I taped off the area that I wanted, and then I used a liquid sander. Let me grab it. So it's this liquid sandpaper, no mess degreaser and deglosser, because there is a finish. Like down here is really shiny, and up here, it's not quite as shiny. You can't really tell the difference on camera. And I don't want to touch it yet because I just did it. But, so I did it all with 1 coat. I think I'm going to have to do 2 coats because the finish is pretty glossy. And I want to get it down as much as possible. You can also sand this with normal sandpaper. I didn't want the mess, and I did some research and other people had used the liquid sandpaper, so I was fine giving it a try. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Once this dries, I'm gonna do a 2nd coat, which I can show you how I do that. First, I am just going to put some gloves or a glove on the hand that will be touching the liquid sandpaper just to protect my hand. And then I'm just using an old t-shirt that I cut a piece off of, getting some of that liquid sandpaper on there and rubbing in a circular motion on the door. And you saw there that it left a residue, so you know that it's working. And this is the 2nd coat, so it was really taking it off. And once I was done with the whole door, then I just let it dry. I am also going to share a dinner recipe with you guys tonight. So this is a honey garlic chicken, but I don't have any honey, so I'm just going to call it a sweet. garlic chicken because I'm going to use agave instead, but I currently have some basmati rice in the Instant Pot cooking, and when that's done, we are going to make the chicken in the Instant Pot as well. I have a chicken that is still frozen, but that's okay because we'll just adjust the cooking time. But this is everything that you're going to need. So you'll need some onion powder, some garlic, black pepper, parsley flakes, and salt. And then you'll need a little bit of oil, some brown sugar. I have this agave nectar, or you could use honey. Soy sauce, I'll be using this coconut amino, which is like soy sauce without the soy. And then a little bit of cayenne pepper, some minced garlic, and I just have this garlic from, I guess this is from Walmart, just because it's easier. And then also this sesame oil, I'm going to add just a little bit of this in there as well. So my rice is done. I do let the rice naturally release because I like a softer rice. If you like yours a little on the, I guess, more al dente, then you can do a quick release now. But I'm going to get the chicken and the sauce ready to go so that once this is done, we can get it out and put the chicken in. I just wanted to cut the chicken in half because it was still a little bit frozen in the middle, and then I'm just putting my seasonings on there, and I was going to do the other side but realized there was a lot on the paper plate, so I just kind of got all of that up. And then I have for the sauce a little bit of water, some of that sesame oil, some of the agave nectar, cocoa aminos, some brown sugar, and then just a dash of the cayenne pepper. I was also giving some to my son, and I wanted to make sure it wasn't too spicy. So then I have my rice here, that's all done, just putting it in the bowl and setting it off to the side. I did warm mine up again in the microwave once the chicken was done, but it gave enough time for my sons to cool, so it was perfect. And I just seasoned this with salt and pepper. And then I turned the Instant Pot on saute and put some oil in the bottom of it and just let that heat up. Then I put the chicken in, and I did saute on all sides. I could have gone longer to brown it a little more, but we were hungry, so I just did all sides. And then I added the garlic and let that cook for a minute. And then I added in some water and scraped the bottom of the pan. You have to do this when you have an Instant Pot or you will get a burn notice. And then I added in the sauce, put it onto sealing, and then I did a manual for 14 minutes. Once it was done, I did a quick release, and I pulled the chicken out and cut that up, and I put it back on saute with the chicken in it. I also did end up doing a cornstarch water slurry to thicken the sauce a little bit. If you like a more runny sauce, just leave it like this and saute it for a little bit to get some of the liquid out. If you like thicker, I recommend the slurry. So this is what it looked like. It was good. I will say the cayenne did not add like any spice at all, and I ended up putting sriracha on mine. So if you like spice, add some more. It's a week later, like exactly a week later. Here's what happened. I did the liquid sand on the door. I had every intention on getting it done that night, and I didn't because I'm a mom, and being a mom takes priority sometimes to projects. So I got discouraged because I watch YouTube videos, and I have for a while now, and I see all these people completing their projects and getting it all done, and even if it's taking them 2 days, they're still saying they're getting stuff done in 2 days. And it's been a week for me, and I was getting discouraged because it was taking a week and I still didn't have it done. But that's how life goes. And these people, I'm not saying all YouTubers are the same. I'm not saying that. But a lot of these YouTubers have somebody to help them with their kids, or, they have like time to get this done. And I don't have that. It's just me right now with the baby. So all of that to say, I'm just now getting to the painting of the whiteboard on the inside of the door. I got just like a old shirt on, painting shirt from 2009, 2008. I don't know, it's old. And so I'm going to do this. I have this Rust-Oleum dry erase paint. This is what it looks like. I got it at Menards, but I'm sure you could probably find it at Lowe's, Home Depot. I'm sure even Walmart might have it. So it says, so the surface has to be lightly sanded, like any finish needs to be taken off, which is what we did with the liquid sand already. And then there are 2 cans in here. So the lighting in here isn't great. Let me see if I can turn this way. So there's part A, and this is like the activator, and then part B. The bad thing about this that I didn't know, or I didn't realize when I bought it, is once it's mixed, part A and part B, you can't go back, like you can't reuse it. It has to be used within an hour. So this is part B and this is the base. So what you do is you shake up each one individually. So part A and part B, you shake them up individually, and then you pour A into B and stir it, I think. Baby's playing in the background, so sorry if you are hearing lots of noise. Pour part A into part B and stir thoroughly. Use a foam roller, and it does say also, so that your finish is smooth. I have a foam roller over here. So I just have this, I don't know how long I've had it. I think it came in a kit, but it was a 3-pack and it's the only one I have left. It does say to take this and take either some painter's tape or masking tape, and like wrap this in the tape and then take it off to kind of get the fuzzies off, so that you don't have those fuzzies on your surface. You paint it on, it will dry in 3 to 4 hours, but then you can't actually write on the surface for 3 days. It has to cure for 3 days. So I'm going to get this done today. Today is Monday. And then, so we'll give it, it's in the morning, so Monday, Tuesday, we'll wait, just to be safe, we will wait until Thursday to write on there, and I'll show you what it looks like and all of that. So let's go ahead and get started. Because I have a small space, I think I can get this done like in one sitting. He found me, but I have a baby gate here that I can close just while I do this. If I would have gotten this all done the same day, like sanded it and painted it, the process would have taken like 3 days. Because I waited a week, it's going to take about a week and a half. So 10 days, I'll say, that it took me to get this small little whiteboard done. But that's okay because it's done, right? Here I am just shaking up part A and part B of the whiteboard mixture, and then I'm going to pour part A into part B. And I didn't have a stir stick, so I just used my screwdriver. It came clean, like it was really easy to clean up, so no big deal. And then I poured it into the tray and I got to rolling. Again, I did use the tape to take some of the fuzzies off of the roll. I just didn't show that part. And then I rolled it onto the door. I did do a pretty thick layer, and I went over it a few times, making sure that it was all even. And this did use almost the entire container. Even though it's a small space, it did use almost all of it. So just keep that in mind if you're wanting to do a whiteboard project for yourself. was still wet to make sure that the lines were okay, and it actually did pretty good. But then on the edges here, up top here, and on the side, it like went over. So while it's still wet, I'm gonna use my wet dirty rag again and see if I can get that off. That basically worked perfectly. It got it all off. So it's still wet at the top, which is what you see there, but it got it all off. The whiteboard from here looks perfect and smooth. It is not though. I did use the tape to get the fuzzies off of it, but you can still see that it's textured a little bit, but that's okay. It's just the inside of the closet, just something fun. When it dries and after it sits for a few days, I will come back and show you guys what it looks like. Show you the final product. Here it is in all of its glory. It did drip on the bottom a little bit. And then, so I used the tape trick for the roller, but it is still, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you. There's still texture. Some of the fuzzies came off and it won't come off. See, there's some there and there. It won't come off, and I don't want to sand it because it'll take the finish off. And then I've been like writing on it a little bit to kind of season it and just see how it would do. And the colors are getting stuck in those. So I don't know what you could do different. Maybe use a foam brush. This is what it looks like. It writes pretty good. I mean, it feels like a whiteboard other than the texture from the fuzzies, but there it is. And just wrote a welcome home little note on there for my husband when he comes home. But then also this is his work closet, so that will be a nice little note all the time. But then we have all of that space to write reminders or just little notes to him or whatever we want. That is the finished product. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the process and enjoyed the recipe I shared today. If you did, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you can join our YouTube family here. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.